Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction to Tower of God Chapter 561 or Season 3, Episode 144. Not much to talk about before getting into this one, except for one theory I want to throw out there. So I haven't been spoiled at all. I said something in the community tab last night. I wasn't home last night, so I couldn't do the reaction Sunday night. I'm doing it Monday, and or at least recording it Monday. At this point, I probably won't post it until tomorrow. But I haven't been spoiled on anything. Most of the thumbnails I've seen are just like Bomb and Ren. Wow, shocker, the Bomb and Ren stuff continues. Not a big surprise. But I was thinking, ever since I did my video last week, and we got the panel where we get Ren's actual like real self, I suppose, and I love the design. I think it looks really, really good. I like that the eyes are similar to trauma rays. It's really cool. And it said in the little text box, Lopobia Ren, male. And I was like, okay, I know SIU hasn't really done that before, but it just says male because, you know, the look's a little androgynous and they're just specifying that Ren is a guy, even though I'm pretty sure, like, they've been saying he this whole time, so we kind of assumed it. Or at least I kind of assumed it. But then watching everybody else's reactions and seeing people in other people's chats or in their comments talking about what it could mean. Could it mean that there's also a female Lopobia Ren, there's multiple bodies? Or could it mean that Ren can swap genders at will between male and female? And there's all of that. And it got me thinking of my own theory, and I was going to tweet about it or put it in the comments to my own video, but then I'm just like, with the fact that, like, many of you all are, like, 12 chapters ahead, I'm just like, it's hard to talk about theory stuff, because either, A, I'm just going to be woefully incorrect, and you're already, like, way past that point, or I'm going to be right, and it's going to be like, wow, he figured that out ahead of time, and you're also going to still be way ahead. But what it got me thinking of is I don't think that the Bomb and Ren stuff is going to be conclusive here. My personal prediction for it is that, like, we see this whole waifu tournament thing going down. The objective here is survive the night against the Serpent Master here. And that is the objective to get to the next round of the waifu tournament. Well, what I think is going to happen and why I think it's specified male is that Ren is going to survive the night against the Serpent Master, and so they're going to be like, oh, you're part of the tournament now. And whether or not Ren protests and is like, no, I don't want to be a part of this. I'm a ranker from the Zahard family. I'm a guy. I think that that's maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe it has nothing to do with that, but that's a prediction anyway. My prediction anyway is that Ren technically passes the test, and even though Ren didn't come here to be part of the tournament, Ren is just going to inadvertently get sucked into the second round of the tournament. That's my personal guess for what's going on. But yeah, either way, guess that's it. I'm just going to start reading. Like last week, I'll try to throw up panels more often. But yeah, either way, let's start reading. Season 3, Episode 144. And we're starting with the reveal. I believe it was Naya who said, I was thinking it last week too, that this, like, monster, I guess it's a Shinheo, is, it looks like, what is it, Mara from Shin Megami Tensei / Persona? Alright. I can't believe you forced me to use this much power. I'm done going easy on you just because you're a regular. You're dead now, you little prick. Love the design. Lopobia Ren, male. Tower of God, Season 3, Showdown with Ren 3. Alright, we get... You look nicer than I thought. Why'd you cover yourself like that? Is that right? To be honest, I don't really like the way I look. I'd rather look scarier. But... don't be too disappointed. I may look normal on the outside, but I'm rotten to the core on the inside, trying so hard to be edgy. And then Bomb dodges an attack. And we have these, again, really phallically shaped centipede attacks coming in, wrapping around Bomb's arm. Alright. It got you. Once this leech sinks its teeth into you, it never lets go. Not until it sucks everything from you. And it's just fully wrapped around his arm, connecting the two of them like a chain. And it looks like he may pull Bomb in and slam him into the ground. And then he's laughing. We see the orb. He just took all that damage. And yet the orb is still strong, and it fires another Shinsu blast. Most people's Shinsu cohesion drops when they're attacked, so advanced attacks like orbs tend to dissipate. Damn that regular and his concentration. And he's forming another one in his hand. The Rasengan! What is this? And it starts slicing apart all of the bugs surrounding Ren. I hate to admit it, but his Shinsu attack power is stronger than most rankers. Come here! And he pulls him up in towards himself, but Bomb grabs onto it with his other hand. Alright. We have the two of them moving in towards each other, and Bomb making a fist. It is really good, firing off Shinsu beams and Ren dodges. That's it. Keep shooting. Alright. God, these panels look so good. Hold on, I want to throw this one up. Just to throw a few up here and there. This one, where is it? Here it is. This looks so good. I love Ren's design. It's so good. And there were like two panels in particular that, again, I wanted to post somewhere or something, but never did. Like showing the similarities between like Ren's eyes and Traumare's, even though Traumare has like the white pupils going on. I like it. Such a good design. Hold on, let me make sure I didn't accidentally leave that up. Okay, there it is. The more Shinsu you use, the worse it is for you. You're falling right into my trap. The longer this drags on, the more likely the snakes are to appear again, and I have to gather more Shinsu and finish him off in one shot. Alright. Wow, so soon. Mouth of Despair activated. And then Bomb is reacting to whatever's happening. Why is the Shinsu gathering in my left arm? I wonder, is it something similar to like way back in Namehun Station with the ring? Is he like manipulating the way that Bomb is using the Shinsu? What's happening? It's all swollen, and his arm is swelling up. There's something in my left arm. Amazing. You must have tons of Shinsu in you. I can't believe you've already made it. You've already made Ling come out. Oh? We have a burst from his hand. What on earth is this? Centipede waifu? Okay. Did she just come out of my left arm? And it's like, oh, and his arm is actually gone. But I'm assuming, like, it can just reform, because we've seen, like, that's the thing with people complaining about, like, your sriracha dying and stuff, and I'm like, if they live thousands of years, you get, like, a mortal wound, and it's like, oh, no, this is gonna take me months to bleed out from, essentially. But I'm like, we don't really know what injuries actually are what in Tower of God, given the fact that, like, what is it? We've seen just, Calavan take a hole through the torso, same with Kelhelm, and just shrug it off like, I guess this is life now. So Bomb's arm is gone. And we have, hold on, I'll throw the panel up. So this is actually interesting too, I just noticed. Let me throw the panel up. So with her, I'm again assuming here, so I'm gonna go up and show this too. I like the little like, what are they called? Like Ranseru or whatever, that type of backpack. And she's got the Ren like hair color. And the pink shoes and red tights similar to the body that we saw before. So I wonder, is this a Shinhui, or is this like Lopobia Ling? Is this like a sibling or something? Because what I just noticed when I was bringing it up was the pink shoes and red leggings. Similar to like the Yuga costume, the Yuga disguise. So that's interesting. Alright, let me take these back off so I don't get in trouble. Alright, let's continue. Hi. Wow, I didn't expect to see you again so soon, to see you again. So again, I wonder if this is like, and they said, oh, I'm dead, I'm dead. So I wonder if this is like a Shinheo that was being like controlled by Ren, or again, maybe it's a second body. But maybe it did actually get killed. It said, ow, I'm dead, I'm dead. But then, like, Ren was able to revive it from Bomb's Shinsu. I didn't expect to see you again so soon, and again, the same eye colors as the real Ren body. Slayer candidate. Or actually, the top panel, the hair is different. So the top panel is Ling and the bottom one is Ren, and they're speaking at the same time. So it's like either they're twins or one is controlling the other. Or I guess it could be like a Sakon Ukon. What are with all the Naruto references I'm going with? Like a Sakon Ukon parasitic twin type power. Slayer candidate. What the heck? Who's that little woman? Again, cool panel of her. Hey, your left arm doesn't look too good. I lost my arm, but I don't feel any pain. It feels like my arm is still attached to my shoulder. What the heck's going on? What did you do to me? The basic form of my Shinwei is a leech. Or Shineo, Shinwei, either way. But it's not just any ordinary leech. It's a special kind of leech that only our family can command. I used this leech to penetrate the bodies of Shinheo, then I paralyze their senses and take control of them. That's how I'm able to hold so many Shinheo with me. And there's one very special leech that lives inside me. Its host and master creates another copy of me. Okay, did you know that leeches are hermaphrodites? As a chosen member of our family, I've had this leech in me since before I was born. And when I was born, I already had the characteristics of a hermaphrodite. So it's kind of similar to, like, the mechanism behind it's completely different. But SIU must really like this concept because it's similar to what happened with the cursed people that are supposed to have male and female in one body, like Akka. But because Yura was twins, Yura got the female half and the male half was separated into another body that was, oh, I forget Yellow's name. Huang. And like Huang survived, the like male half survived and the female half died in the hidden floor. But in like the real world, Yura, the female half survived, while Huang died. And we got robbed of Herm Yura. As a chosen member of, okay, yeah, I already read that. I have one personality shared between two bodies, one male and the other female. People usually refer to both as Ren, but I call the female one Ling and the male one Ren. We're united as one by this leech. We take turns entering the bodies of other organisms, and sometimes we turn into a cocoon like you saw earlier. Usually only one of us is present, but when one of us suffers enough damage to destroy our body like just now, we change bodies before the other one's life is threatened. Then we find someone to connect to and absorb their Shinsu and flesh to restore our body. Okay, I think this is really cool. Awesome power explanation dump. Incredibly neat. But I'm just so distracted by the fact that why is Ren telling him this? Ren, you don't need to spill this. You don't need to tell Bomb all of this. Like the fine details, telling it to a guy that's like really smart when it comes to the control of Shinsu and stuff. He spent a little bit too much time with Yuan Sung. He knows a little bit too much for you to spill all this. That's how I survived the battle with Princess Yuri a few years ago, although it took a long time to find a suitable person to connect to. What we need to heal ourselves is flesh and Shinsu. Once Ling has absorbed everything you have, we'll be complete again, and then she'll return to my body. She's only using your left arm at the moment, but soon your whole body will be devoured. Go ahead and resist, regular. The more you struggle, the more painful it will be. So the only way you can fight is with 30 tricks, huh? I mean, I mean, are you really want to talk like that, Bomb? You kind of got like, you're an irregular. You kind of get to cheat. And then we see, sadly, cutting over to, I think pretty much everybody expected this. It seems like Koyup's probably dead. I don't know how definitive it is, but yeah, Koyup's probably dead. Great. With this thing's power, I can kill anyone I want. And that's where we end. That's where we... You know, these cliffhangers kill me. I want to keep reading so much because it's been so good. And just the fact that there's a dozen more chapters out there really hurts the old willpower. But yeah, I guess that's it. I really liked this chapter. I had a lot of fun with it. I think Ren is super cool, actually. Now I really like Ren. I think the idea behind the power and the concept behind the character is really awesome. I'm not sure if Bomb just takes out Ren here, but now we know that Lilial and the snakes are heading there, or if it's going to be one of those things. I really feel like it's going to be one of those things where Lilial attacks with the snakes, and then it's one of those things where Bomb and Ren have to put their differences aside and say, okay, we have to team up to like pass the snake test or whatever. Again, not that Bomb necessarily needs it, but again, I like seeing Bomb actually have a little bit of struggle. Like, Bomb still looks cool and all, but he has some struggle. It's not super easy. And I think it's all in the presentation. Like, you can have the same thing happen, but present it in different ways. You can present it as Bomb just breezing through, having no problems. And just having everybody around him like, whoa, that's crazy, he's super powerful, look how cool he is, 20 times a chapter. Or you can have the exact same things happen. You can have Bomb be just as strong, but just present it as if like, oh yeah, there's still some drama here, there's still some things that could go awry. And I just think the presentation's been really nice. So yeah, that was really good. How it's not just, look at how cool Bomb is, he can absolutely just demolish Ren. It's like, yeah, if he brought out the thorn burnt chestnut form, he could probably just totally demolish Ren. But I like that there's a little bit of drama. It makes, you know, the actual story interesting. It makes it a story. But yeah, I do like the idea, even though it's like, it's not like Bomb needs it particularly. I like the idea of Bomb and Ren just having to be like, I guess we have to team up. And then of course they're going to be like, hey, you passed the survive against the snake test. And Ren's going to be like, I didn't want to be a part of this. I didn't come to be a part of this tournament, but Ren's just going to get roped into the next round. Lilial is probably just going to be shocked Pikachu face when the snakes don't work out. And then she's like, I'm just sitting here in this tournament with Endorsi and now Ren and these other people, and kind of just I don't know whether to say outmatched necessarily. I don't think that's necessarily the problem. But yeah, I kind of feel like that's where we're going. But again, people have just been talking up the future of what's happening really a lot. So I'm excited to see what happens in the next few months, actually. But yeah, either way, that's it. I am going to be doing a lot more Tower of God stuff probably. But later on this week, probably, I'm going to do some sort of big update video. So I guess be prepared for that whenever it comes. I just want to thank you all so much for watching. Like if you did like the video, and comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter, my first thoughts and reaction. If you want to talk here in the comments, it's great. If you want to talk on Discord with all of us, it's well, I was starting that off like there was actually a link or like actually a URL or something. But yeah, if you want a link, ask and I'll give you one. It's free and open for anyone. If you want to talk to me on Twitter, that's fair too. Link's always in the description for that as well. And if you want to subscribe for more, please do. It'd be appreciated. Anything else, if you want to help support the channel on Patreon. It's patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or if you want to do so by becoming a channel member, just hit join down below. I haven't updated this. I haven't looked in the past few days, so sorry if anybody new has joined in the past few days. But thank you, huge thank you to people who are already voice dying, who are already patrons and channel members. Thank you to Chosen Regular, Evan Hawley, Magical Girls, FR Nono and Waryun, Cheriton Student, David Langstaff, and Slayer Candidate SG. Thank all of you so much, and thank all of you for watching so much. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time.